Right, good morning or good afternoon, football fans. Today I'm doing my preview for this weekend. Come up with some big games coming up. So Aston Villa play Liverpool tonight. It's a bit of a big four race at the minute. We've also got Chelsea v Tottenham, West Ham v Newcastle, and obviously Arsenal play Burnley. So there's some interesting games coming up. I've got some predictions. We're going to first off go with player of the season, young player, manager, the league, who's going to win it and who's getting relegated. And then we'll talk a little bit about the championship, what's going on with them. But I'm going to show my predictions right at the end. I'm going to show my predictions right at the end about who's going to win the league, who's going to win over the weekend and all that, but we'll get straight into it. So, player of the season, when I start off, I've gone for Bruno Fernandes. I think he's been quality. I think he's probably been the best player easily. He's close to breaking that assist record. I think Morgan Gibbs-White was my second choice, but Bruno's far ahead of him. If Carrick came in earlier this season, I think he would have been. I think he would have breezed it easily. We will get onto Michael Carrick recently. Next, we're going on to the young player of the season, which I've gone for Nico O'Reilly. I hope I said his first name right, but I think he's quality. He's a homegrown lad, Manchester City fan. Obviously loves playing for his club. I think he's been unbelievable. And I watched Manchester City the other day, and honestly, he's a fucking big lad, honestly. And I thought he was quality even watching him in person. That's the first time I've ever watched Manchester City live. And I think he thoroughly deserves it. Manager, right. I've gone for Keith Andrews. I don't want to go for Guardiola or Mikel Arteta because they are guaranteed to finish in the top two. Everyone expects it. Keith Andrews, Brentford, one of the favourites to get relegated. He was a set-piece coach, and he's come in and he's absolutely smashed it. He's pretty much got Brentford Europe. That's how good they are. Yeah, I know people say 3 p.m. Brentford. They always win when they're televised. They always lose or draw. Thiago Ghost and all that, but I think he's been unbelievable. Areola was my second, and then Carrick was my third. I would have chose Michael Carrick as number one if he had the whole season. I think he's generally turned Man United around, and he needs that appreciation. Just a weird one. Man United, they drew with Sunderland, and I've seen a few people on TikTok, TikTok fans, calling for Carrick's head because he's drawn a game. Like, TikTok, YouTube, social media, they can be a really, really bad vibe for clubs. I'm not a big fan of it, but sorry. Right, who's going to win the league? Manchester City are going to win the league. I will tell you this now. Arsenal will beat Burnley, and they will draw to Crystal Palace. And Man City will win on goal difference, because their goal difference is astounding. And I think relegation, my heart wants Tottenham. I want Tottenham to get relegated, but I don't see it happening. I think West Ham will go. I think they're going to draw with Newcastle, and I think they'll beat us on the last day of the season, which I think's it's a bit unfair. I think Tottenham will they'll beat Everton. I think they'll draw with Chelsea, but if they beat Chelsea, oh my God, they will never forget that day. They finally win at Stamford Bridge. It'll be absolute chaos. I will tell you this now. But here's my score predictions on the screen now for this weekend. What do you think? Get yours in the comments, and wait until my next preview.